All right, here's the verse part to Heather's song. So throughout most of this tune, we have that percussive click sort of sound happening with your thumb. So once again, if you haven't caught this before, all you do is take your thumb and click it here against the strings so that they're hitting the frets, and you get this metallic, almost like a snare drum kind of sound, okay? And so depending on what note we're going to play next, we'll land in different places with our thumb. So if you're going to play the 5th string next, you're going to land in between the 6th and 5th string so that you're ready to play the 5th. Or if you're going to play the 4th, you'll land in between the 5th and the 4th so you're ready to play the 4th string, okay? So to start out, though, we're going to have these 3rd fret on the 5th string and 3rd fret on the 2nd string. Sort of like a C add 9 type chord, but we don't need to have the E held down with the index finger. We're just going to have these two. Okay, we're going to start by grabbing those 2nd, 3rd, and 5th strings, just like that. Okay, and that's the next move. So what happens there is that percussive click happens, but we also want to get this pull off from A to G on the 3rd string. Okay, so the way that that's happening is my index finger is kind of opening up to do a strum against the 3rd and 2nd strings, and we're getting that click sound. Okay, slowly. See that happening at the same time. Pull off the index finger. Okay. That's what happens next. So I'm going to pluck that 5th string, and then we're going to hammer on from the A up to B, so with your pinky here, and then we'll play that D on the 2nd string. And we play the 5th again. Now here's going to be another one of those click strums, and we're going to pull off again, just like we did before, A to G. Next, so after that last C that we played with your thumb, we're going to play the open 4th string, D, hammer it on to E, and then play the open 3rd string, G. Okay, that's what's going on in there, all that weird stuff. Okay, so there we have either your F sharp on the high string with the index finger. We still got the D held down with the ring finger. Add in the pinky, get the high G, and then back over again to hit the 2nd and 3rd strings, open G and D. Okay. That was boom, boom, boom. So that's thumb, index finger hitting the 3rd string, grabbing the 2 high ones with the 2nd and 3rd. So you may have noticed there when I hit the 2 high strings on the 3rd fret both, I'm actually using my thumb to go up like that. Okay? Click, and then those 2 again, 2nd and 3rd string. Okay, now the next measure of that. So we go up there to the F sharp with your pinky on the 4th string, like that. So that's the change that happens. Okay, so that's all the same otherwise. It's just adding that F sharp on the 4th string that time. That's the only change. So we slide that all the way up to the 7th fret, and now we're at an E minor. So We had that here, slide it up. Okay, so before we go into the next chord, let's look at that one more time. Hammering on with the pinky to the 8th fret. Get the index finger way over there on the A, on the 1st string. Okay. Now here's what happens next. We're going to hammer on 7th fret here and 9th fret here. And we're going to come into the C again on the 8th fret. And then back in again, down to the C here. Okay, and that's the very end of what I would call the verse part. So ending with those harmonics on the 12th fret, that's the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th strings, and that sets us to go into the chorus part here on the 8th fret. So let's take a look at that next.